most HMO insurance does.
I now declare the meeting open. Permit me to inform this meeting that in May, we lost one of our staff, very senior staff indeed, Mrs. Josephine Buji. She was, until her death, an assistant general manager and had responsibility for business development. May I crave the indulgence of all here present to honor Mrs. Buji with a 1-minute silence as a mark of respect for her. May her soul rest in peace. Amen. We now proceed on to the business of the day as I introduce to you members of the Board of Directors as follows. Mr. Sahu is our Managing Director and he is to my right. Sir Muftau O. Oyegunle is a non-executive director. Mr. A. O. Odulano, to my left, is Company Secretary. Mr. Raghu is non-executive director. And our First Lady is Mrs. Fumi Oyetunji, who is a non-executive director. I am Doyin Salami, and I have the privilege of chairing the board. I have been mandated to convey apologies for the absence of two of our directors, Mr. Atul Sahai and Mr. Ajandi. These directors, who could not attend this meeting because of travel restrictions arising from the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. However, they will be joining us virtually. May I also inform this meeting that due to the strict compliance with COVID-19 protocols and guidelines, which permits gathering of not more than 20 people, only Messrs. Badlamudi Raja and Emmanuel Uluadare from the management are in attendance. Ladies and gentlemen, Permit me to present to you members of the Audit Committee of Prestige Assurance PLC. The chair of the Audit Committee is Engineer M.O.T. Olaiwola. Mr. Adebayo Shekoni is a member. Mrs. A. Odushote is also a member. Let me also present to you from representing our external auditors, Ernst & Young Professional Services. Your name? Sorry? Mr. Ayodele Akinshola. From First Registrars, Investment Advisory Services, Mr. Ajayi Lawal. Mr. Yaya Lawal. From the Stock Exchange. Okay, the Stock Exchange, I understand, is joining us virtually. From the Securities and Exchange Commission, I understand they are also joining us virtually. And from the National Insurance Commission, sorry? Mr. Wilson, it's a pleasure. So, I now call on our company secretary to read the notice convening this meeting.
Thank you, sir. I hereby read the notice of the 58th Annual General Meeting. Notice is hereby given that the 58th Annual General Meeting of Prestige Assurance PLC we hold at the Ajib Reciter Hall Foyer, Mozon Center, 8 Marina Street, Lagos, on Tuesday, 30th of June, 2020 at 12 noon to transact the following business. Ordinary business. To receive the audited financial statements for the year ended December 31st, 2019, together with the reports of the directors, auditors, and the audit committee thereon. To elect, re-elect directors. To reappoint our auditors, Ernst & Young. To authorize the directors to fix the remuneration of the auditors. To elect the members of the audit committee. Special business. That the company hereby issues bonus shares from the revenue reserve account in the sum of 489,322,823 naira, being 2 new shares for every 11 shares, thereby increasing the issued share capital of the company from 2,601,275,527 naira 50 kobo to 3,180,598,350 naira 50 kobo by issuing 978,645,684 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each to shareholders who are on the register of members as on 19th of June 2020. That is the special business of the day. The other are not to the business, to the account. Thank you.
Right. May I, in continuation of our business for today, seek your permission that the chairman's statement, which had earlier been circulated, be taken as read. Yes, be taken as read. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. You're very kind. Right. So to the ordinary business of this morning, we come to those items on our agenda. And the first of these items is to consider the report and accounts for the year 2019. The report of the directors and the accounts have been circulated. I hereby lay it before the meeting and seek your permission for it to be taken as read. Okay? Right. So, permit me to call on the representatives of our external auditors to present their report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Independent auditors report is on page 46 of the report. We have 46 to 49. That's about 4 pages. With your permission, sir, I would want to go through opinion, basis of opinion, and regulatory matters. Thank you, sir. Independent auditors report to the members of Prestige Assurance PLC. Report on the audit of the financial statements. Opinion. We have audited the financial statements of Prestige Assurance PLC, the company, which comprise the statement of financial position as of 31st December 2019, and the statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income, the statement of changes in equity, and the statement of cash flows for the year then ended, and the summary of significant accounting policies and other explanatory notes. In our opinion, the financial statements present fairly, in all material respects, the financial position of Prestige Assurance PLC as at 31st December 2019, and of its financial performance and its cash flows for the year then ended in accordance with International Financial Reporting Standards and the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act (Cap. C20), Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004, the Insurance Act 2003, and relevant policy guidelines issued by the National Insurance Commission (NICOM) and the Financial Reporting Council of Nigeria Act No. 6, 2011. Basis of opinion for opinion. We conducted our audit in accordance with International Standards on Auditing, ISAs. Our responsibilities under those standards are further described in the auditor's responsibilities for the audit of the financial statements section of our report. We are independent of the company in accordance with the International Ethics Standards Board for Accountants Codes of Ethics for Professional Accountants, IASB Code, and other independence requirements applicable to performing the audit of Prestige Assurance PLC. We have fulfilled our other ethical responsibilities in accordance with the IASB Code and in accordance with other ethical requirements applicable to performing the audit of Prestige Assurance PLC. We believe that the audit evidence we have obtained is sufficient and appropriate to provide a basis for our opinion. Key audit matters is on the next page, that's from 46 and 47. I go to the last page, which is on the report on other legal and regulatory matters, page 49. Report on other legal and regulatory requirements. In accordance with the requirements of Schedule 6 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, Cap. C20, Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004, and Section 28, Subsection 2 of the Insurance Act 2003, we confirm that 1. We have obtained all the information and explanations which, to the best of our knowledge and belief, were necessary for the purpose of our audit. 2. In our opinion, proper books of account have been kept by the company insofar as it appears from our examination of those books. 3. The company's statement of financial position and statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income are in agreement with the books of account. And 4. In our opinion, the financial statements have been prepared in accordance with the provisions of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, Cap. C20, Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004, and Section 28, Subsection 2 of the Insurance Act 2003, so as to present fairly, in all material respects, the state of affairs and financial performance of the company. Contraventions. We are not aware of any penalties incurred in respect of contraventions of the requirement of certain sections of the National Insurance Commission's Operational Guidelines 2015 and the Financial Reporting Act number 6 2011 during the financial year. Signed by Jamiu Alakiso on behalf of Ernst & Young on the 19th of March 2020. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much. May I now call on Engineer Olaiwola Togun to present the Audit Committee's report.
Thank you. CAPC 20, Law of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004. We have reviewed the audited financial statement of the company for the year ended 31st December 2019 and report as follows. The accounting and reporting policy of the company and consistent with legal requirement and agree ethical practices, and also in accordance with the International Financial Reporting Standard. The scope and planning of the external audit was adequate. The company maintained effective system of accounting and internal control during the year. Having reviewed the external auditors' findings and recommendations on the management matters, we are satisfied with the management responses thereon, dated this 17 March 2020. Engineer Olaiwola Togun, signed, Chairman Audit Committee. Other members of the Audit Committee are Olatubosun Odushote, Mr. Muftau Olakunle Oyegunle, Mr. Sebaswa Sau, Mr. George Pena Ragu. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Engineer Olaiwola. So, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome your comments on the accounts. If you wish to make comments or ask questions, please indicate by raising your hand, and upon being permitted, kindly announce your name first before stating briefly the question or comment.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, other directors. My name is William Adebayo.
Please go ahead.
In spite of the pandemic, your shareholders today are happy with your performance during the period under review. Despite the fact that you are not giving us dividends, but I can assure you that the bonus of 2 to 11 is a good thing to smile to the bank to. Because if you have that, you can be able to sell it and make good money. Realizing that your company, like a good subsidiary of the New India Insurance, has what it takes to continue to go on as a going concern. We are delighted about this bonus, but today, as we are celebrating this bonus, it is also important that most of us from this area, the minority shareholder, that you explain to us the time the right issue will be out. Because we realize the fact that the New India insurance company still has the highest share. When you look at the share of the parent company and the Leadway Insurance, you find out that the minority shareholder has very little. And this little we have, we don't want to toy with it because we know that your parent company can choose to pick the whole thing or Leadway Insurance. So today, we are interested to know the period the right issue will be out. So it will not be time where most Nigerians are paying school fees and other things. We want to take our rights because over the years, your result is something to be happy about. More so, it is important too that we look on page 86 and 87 because for most of us who are cost buyers, it is important that when we are looking at the account of insurance company like this, where we have invested much, we look at what you have paid out as claims. Because claims payment is what will tell the outside world that you are prudent and you are ready to continue as an insurance company. I am very happy with the amount you have paid as claims within that period that we are treating. It's a good one. It shows that as an insurance company, everyone will be happy to do business with you. So also on page 86, 87, I observe the maintenance expenses. It's still not bad because, of course, our government has increased the VAT. But when you look at that managerial expenses on, I think, page 80, 87, 88, you have even reduced it a bit. Please give them a round of applause for this. You have shown the stuff that you are made of, a typical Indian business, cost consciousness, and we are happy about it. Mr. Chairman, once again, I want to congratulate this board, but as shareholders, we realize the fact that the capitalization is on the way, and we will not want you to go deep your hand into the fund to pay dividend. Though, if you give us, we will be happy. But that is the truth. But we want us to be in good position before year 2021. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much. Mr. Adebayo, thank you very much for your comments. I, on behalf of shareholders, convey your comments to the management in terms of the performance. But your first question about our rights issues, we have now received approval from the various regulatory agencies, SEC, NICOM, and the NSE, to proceed with our rights issue. And in a very short time from now, I would almost say, yeah, in the coming days, you will see the notice for the rights issue. And as you say, it is being done to ensure that it does not conflict with other domestic responsibilities of our shareholders. But very, very shortly, indeed, the completion board meeting should be held anytime from now, and then the rights issue will open. Thank you very much. Are there any other comments or questions? Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Board of Directors, Regulated Authority President, and my co-shareholder. Good afternoon, sir.
Please go ahead.
Firstly, I will want to say that the company has done so well, as my colleagues have said. And to thank the company for giving us dividends, bonus, 2 for 11. We really appreciate it. But my own comment is that the board and the audit committee meeting attend in page 5, it is excellent. I want them to keep it up. Then basic earning per share. From 2018, it has increased in 2019. We really appreciate. As my colleagues have said, when we are doing the right issue, we should look at the time of the right issue so that we will not clash with school fees or festival period. And I want to use this medium in page 17 to welcome the new CEO. And I pray that God will strengthen you to do more in your own time. Under the expenses, page 61, maintain expenses in page 61. I've seen that you have done great work for reducing all the expenses. And I hope by the next time we are having the AGM, we'll be clapping for having dividends. Because as an investor, most of the investors are pensioners. And they have invested so that they can earn something at the end of the day. And I know you are up to the task, the managing director and the team. By next AGM, we'll be glad to have dividends. Thanks. Prince Adewale Oyenuga.
Prince Oyenuga, thank you very much indeed. Again, on behalf of the shareholders, I commend the management for the notes that Prince Oyenuga has made. But then, as they say, good work brings more work. So you have set a standard which must be surpassed at the next AGM. Okay? Are there any other comments or questions? Right. Okay. Well, thank you very much for the comments and observations on the accounts and the reports. Will somebody move the motion for adoption of the financial statement and accounts for the year 2019?
I rise to move the motion. The name is William Adebayo.
Thank you very much, sir. Will another person second the motion for the adoption of the financial statement and accounts for 2019?
I, Prince Adewale, I second the motion.
Thank you very much, Prince Adewale. Right. The motion having been proposed and seconded, will all those in favor of the motion please raise their right hand? All right. And those against? All right. Well, I hereby declare the motion unanimously carried. Thank you very much, shareholders. So, we move to the second item, which is the election and re-election of directors. Ladies and gentlemen, this next item, as I say, is the election and re-election of directors. In accordance with Article 96 of the company's Article of Association, Sir Muftau O. Oyegunle and Mr. Gopalan Ragu are retired by rotation and, being eligible, present themselves for re-election. I therefore propose that a single resolution be used for re-election of both directors. Will somebody please rise to propose the motion?
I rise to propose the motion. The name is William Adebayo.
Thank you very much. Will another person please rise to second the motion?
I, Prince Adewale Oyenuga, I second the motion.
Thank you very much. The motion having been proposed and seconded, will all those in favor of the motion please raise their right hands? Okay. Those against, please raise your right hand. I hereby declare that the motion to be unanimously carried. Right. We move to items 3 and 4, which refer to the reappointment of Ernst & Young Professional Services as auditors and also to the fixing of their remuneration. Ladies and gentlemen, the next item is the reappointment of Ernst & Young as auditors and, as I say, fixing of their remuneration. Will somebody rise to propose the motion?
I, Prince Adewale Oyenuga, I rise to propose the motion.
Thank you very much, sir. Will somebody please rise to second the motion?
I rise to second the motion. William Adewale.
Thank you very much, sir. The motion has been proposed and seconded. Will those in favor of the motion please signify by raising their right hands?
For the purpose of voting on the nomination of the auditors, those who are in favor of the resolution will press 1 on the device that has earlier been provided. Those who are against the resolution will press 2. The poll is about to start. So the poll is now open. If you are in favor of that resolution, that is to authorize the director to fix the remuneration of the auditor, you press 1. If you are in against, you press 2. Have 2 responses, 3 responses, 4 responses, 5 responses. Poll is still open. Thank you. Stand down. 9 seconds left. 7 seconds. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Time up. Poll is now closed.
All right.
Result. At the end of the voting on the authorizing the director to fix the remuneration of the auditors, we have 75 in favor of the resolution, totaling 146,779,907 units. No against. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I now therefore declare that motion as carried. Thank you. So, the next item, which is number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with Section 359, subsection 5 of the Companies and Allied Matters Act, Cap C20, LFN, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, 12 shareholders were duly nominated to contest for the audit committee but withdrew, leaving the following people to be re-elected to the committee. They are Engineer M.O.T. Olaiwola Togun, Mrs. Odushote Anike Olatubosun, Mr. Shekoni Nuruddin Adebayo. Will somebody rise and propose the motion for their election?
I, Prince Adewale Oyenuga, I rise to propose the motion of the audit committee.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Will somebody please rise and second the motion?
I rise to second the motion. William Adebayo.
Thank you very much, sir. The motion has been proposed and seconded. Will those in favor of the motion please signify by raising their right? Election.
There are only three
Candidates.
so there is no election on that resolution. Thank you.
So they are all so the motion is carried unopposed. Thank you very much. And congratulations to members of the audit committee. I hope that you realize that you have more work to do in the course of the year ahead. Thank you. The following directors will represent the board on the audit committee: Sir Muftau O. Oyegunle and Mr. Gopalan Raghu. Okay, so we move on to the next item. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to item 6 on the agenda. That the company hereby issues bonus shares from its revenue reserve account in the sum of 489,322,823 naira, being 2 new shares for every 11 shares, thereby increasing the issued share capital of the company from 2,691,275,527 naira 50 kobo to 3,180,598,350 naira 50 kobo by issuing 978,645,646 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each to shareholders who are on the register of members as at 19th June 2020. Will somebody please rise and propose the motion?
I rise to propose the motion. William Adebayo is the motion.
Thank you very much, sir. Will somebody please rise to second the motion?
I, Prince Adewale Oyenuga, I rise to second the motion.
Okay, thank you very much, Prince. The motion has been proposed and seconded, so we go to a vote on the motion.
For the purpose of voting on this resolution, like I earlier announced, if you are in favor of the resolution for the declaration of bonus in the ratio of 2 for every 11 shares held, please press 1. If you are against the resolution, please press 2. Just hold on. The poll is about to start. Yeah, the poll is open now. Up. Thank you. 3 responses so far. 4 responses. 5. Thank you. We have 9 seconds left. 7 seconds. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Time up. Poll is now closed and display the result. At the end of the voting, those that are physically present and voting by proxy, we have 75 counts, totaling 146,779,907 units in favor of the resolution. No against. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much indeed, shareholders. I now declare that the motion to issue bonus shares is carried. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the business of this AGM. On behalf of the directors, I would like to thank everybody, including those who joined us via virtual live streaming, for your valuable contributions, for your support, and the resources utilized during this meeting. I hereby declare the meeting closed. Thank you very much. The national anthem will now be played.
Thank you.